Check. Oh man, family, I am in the house and it is a pleasure to be here with you. Unfortunately, I still have not set I have not been able to set up my system yet. We are still in the midst of a move, so I'm gonna need y'all to bear with me for a couple of days. So I'm gonna be running late with the shows, but I'm still gonna try to get them done because, of course, you are a priority to me. The show is a priority, but like I said, things happen and we must adjust. So, without any further ado, let me say great Umoja to you. Great Umoja, great Umoja, great Umoja. Man, we are on Umoja, and let me go on and break down our coordinates today. We have officially entered the cycle of Umoja. We have entered the cycle of Umoja. So, man, we are moving through this year rapidly, family. So, we got Nia, Kaumba, and the money, and then we in the great rest again. This year is moving fast. So, we have entered the cycle of Umoja. For those that are new, we are in the year of Ujima, of course, which means that we need to work on mastering the idea of Ujima. We are in the cycle of Umoja, and as cycles are 49 days, they last 49 days long, with 7 weeks, and those 7 weeks are separated into the course and Nguzo Saba. So right now we are in the cycle of Umoja, and we are in the week of Umoja during Umoja, and we are on the day of Umoja. So we, far as our coordinates, we are in the year of Ujima, in the cycle of Umoja, in the week of Umoja, on the day of Umoja. And I want to say peace to everyone out there. I'm giving you a round of applause. Shouts out to the Umoja babies. Matter of fact, this is a double day for you. You get a double stack today, right? So family, I am doing this from my phone. I don't even have my mic on me right now. So with this being a day of double Umoja, I want you to be looking for ways to express Umoja. First, of course, starting with yourself, remembering that in the way we think of Giame, we say that the human being consists of 5 parts: intuition, mind or mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical. Right? IMESP. Once again, that's intuitional, mental, emotional, spiritual, and of course the physical. And the goal is to bring all 5 parts of bring them together in unity. When they are working together, you become an unstoppable force. And just like you are practicing or should be practicing unity within yourself, it gives us a better idea of how to practice unity within our community, within our families, within our tribes, within our nation, within the businesses that we're building, right? Within the political structure that we are going to be forming, right? We don't all have to be exactly alike, right? In order for us to work in unity, because the body is not exactly, all the parts in the body are not exactly alike. Each of them have their own purpose. Identifying and understanding your purpose, your reason, right? And allowing enough room for other people to operate within their reason so that everybody can benefit. What happens is a lot of times we get into the idea that we all have to be the same, and that's more of a disease. That becomes something that's really hard to hold together, because you always need different parts, right? Just like the intuition. The intuition is different from the mind. The mind is different from the emotions. The emotions is different from the spirit. The spirit is different from the physical. And of course we could kind of argue the differences there, right? But there is some differences in how that you interact with each one of those and how they correspond or manifest themselves in your life. right? So when we're talking about looking for unity, we're talking about looking for unity within ourselves. And once again, getting out here in the community and seeing where do we practice unity, right? And how can we magnify that? Rather than always looking at the shit that we're not the best at, right? Let's master what we're good at. Let's look at what we're good at. Let's identify what we're good at as individuals and as groups. And let's start working it. And I'm guaranteeing us success, right? As Mama Margarita always say, we shall win. Now, moving on from that little spiel, we're going to move to the ancestral algorithm for today. And of course, it being unity, it says conflict is just a glitch in communication. I choose the patch of unity. Ancestral algorithm. Listen, grab a pen or record or whatever. Conflict is just a glitch in communication. I choose the patch of unity. One more again. Conflict is just a glitch in communication. I choose the patch of unity. Right? When we're talking about becoming unified, right? We got to understand a conflict is going to happen. Right? But it's just a glitch. It's a slight misunderstanding, right? And we could use the patch of unity to overcome it. And once again, if we take the time to recognize the differences and recognize that the differences is what makes a body healthy, right? What makes an organization healthy and able to survive, right? So conflict is natural. Conflict happens. Conflict can be considered a glitch, but conflict, you know what I'm saying, in most instances, the things that we're having conflict about have something to do with communications or communication styles. And when I take time to step back and choose the patch of unity, I empower myself and I empower those around me. Elder Shedrick from the Simba Nation used to always say, he said best intentions, not expect best intention, but when dealing with people, always mess up on the side of them having the best intentions, right? Now, and at first I was like, man, that sounds crazy. But as you get older, you start, you know what I'm saying? Because most people do stuff with the best intentions for themselves. And when you could realize that, you be like, boom, and you can identify what this person is trying to get, right? It makes it easier for you to communicate. When you are able to be honest about what you need and what other people need, that makes it easier for us to work together. See, a lot of us, we have hidden agendas. Or you might be operating people and you find out there's hidden agendas. And when, in fact, the very thing that the individual wanted, it was just straightforward about it, we'll be cool. So we need to go and improve our communication styles, right? And be bold sometime in our communication. And shots fired. I ain't just talking to you. Right? So conflict is just a glitch in communication. I choose the patch of unity. I'm still trying to remember what Elder Shedrick would say. Elder Shedrick, I guess it was always expect best intentions. Something like that. But anyway, very wise man. We want to give it up for Elder Shed. He's now an ancestor. Now, here's the proverb of the day. The tortoise said that trouble is its own. That's why it carries trouble on its back. The tortoise said that trouble is its own. That's why it carries trouble on its back. Right? So the tortoise is claiming what problems he has. And he carrying them with him. Are you carrying your problems with you? Right? Are you honest about your problems? Right? Do you, or better yet, do we? Shots fired. Right? Because sometimes we have to take a deep look at ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And once again, these heuristics or these powers or this crystallized wisdom that our ancestors left us give us the ability or give us the tools to actually identify some of the challenges that many of us may face, right? And face them head on. And if we need to carry them, like the tortoise carried the shell, we could be honest about what we're carrying rather than being deceitful and trying to hide the big shell on your back. Yo, this is Brother Tim family. I want to thank you for your patience and for you, sticking in here with me while I move into this new space and get settled. I'm liking the spot. It's a little bit smaller than me and my family is used to, but everybody still got their own room. I got my space so I could do my show once we get all this stuff moved out the way and decide on what we're going to give away and what we're going to throw away. We're going to be able to get things set up, and then I will be back on the mic, dropping it like it's hot. So family, I want to say once again, great Umoja to you. I want to say it's the week of Umoja. So right now we're looking at Umoja through the lens of Umoja, right? We are in the cycle of Umoja. So during this next 49 days, I want you to be looking for your experiences with Umoja because they should be increasing, right? You should have other opportunities to look at cooperative economics, right? What resources are available to you, or what resources or how resources are moving through our community. I don't know how the lesson is going to come to you, but over the next 49 days, over this next 7 weeks, the overarching lesson will be about Umoja, right? During this week, the overarching lesson is going to be about Umoja, right? Right in your face, right? And today, of course, you're going to have a super lesson in Umoja. So, this is Brother Tim. I am up and I am out. Unfortunately, I don't have no outro music, but I'm going to ring the bell and I am out. Oh, make sure you like, subscribe, share. Make comments, family, so we can go on and continue building. Also, in the description, if I'm able to do a description, in the description, you'll find a link so that you can link up with us. You can become a candlelighter and support us at Giambi Journey. You get your Nguzo Saba narrative map. Also, you can get your T-shirt to rep your principle. And also, you can join our Telegram group. All that is on my link in the description. You go to my dot, and my dot card will have all the information so that you can get in touch with Brother Tim. If you want to build, we could build. If you just want to join us in the conversation, you can. And I will try to update the Telegram as I can. All right, this is Brother Tim. I am out. Oh my God, I forgot I did this whole thing wrong. All right, I'm out.